Alright, this is lesson 1 for the week of May 14th through May 20th, which is using illustrations and graphics in Word. So this week we are going to begin focusing on adding images and photos into Word and basic formatting such as rotate, crop, and resizing. Lesson 2 will work with picture styles, effects, and text wrapping. And then lesson 3 will be focused on other graphics available in Word, such as shapes, word art, and smart art. So Word has a lot of tools that you can use to make Word documents more attractive by adding the images and modifying the images in a number of ways by adding the effects and styles, rotating, adding captions, and more. So before we begin, just go ahead and make sure you have a folder on your desktop for this week's lessons, and then within that folder have a lesson 1, lesson 2, and lesson 3 folder. So we're just going to open up a blank Word document, and we are going to start by inserting an image. So up here on the tabs, you click Insert, and Pictures is the third from the left. And it has a drop-down arrow, Photo Browser, and Picture from File. For your assignments this week, you'll be using the Picture from File feature, but Photo Browser connects to, if you have a photo application, such as if you're a MacBook user, you have an iPhoto library. That's what your Photo Browser is. It connects you to your iPhoto library. But we're just going to be doing Picture from File, and you have to have a picture somewhere located on your computer in order for you to do this. So I have an image already in my lesson 1 folder for this week. So I'm just going to insert that image. And there you go. So anytime after you add an image, it automatically opens up this picture format tab. And it has all of these features that we'll be exploring in this week's lessons. So it has removing background, which will be focused on in lesson 2. The corrections, color, artistic effects, quick styles, and picture borders and picture effects will be focused on in lesson 2. But for this lesson, we will be working with arrange and crop. So the first thing we're going to do is talk about resizing. Anytime an image is selected, you automatically get these white squares along the outside of your image. You can drag the corners in or out to make it smaller or larger, or you can drag the sides to make it shrink and stretch, as well as the top and bottom ones. Okay? You can also resize by setting exact measurements. So up here beside the crop, you have shape height and shape width. You have this checkbox, which is a lock aspect ratio. If you keep this checked, it won't let you put in the dimensions you want. So say I want to do a 4x6. Whenever I try to put 4 up here, it changes that, your width, and you don't want it to be that way. So you just have to unlock your aspect ratio and change it so you can have a 4x6 image. Okay? So that's a really quick overview of resizing. You can also, while we're working on resizing, you can center align your image as well as right align, left align. But for all of your images for this particular assignment, you're going to keep it centered. So going back to the picture format tab, you can insert a caption for your images. So hovering over your image, you can right click, insert caption, and you get this dialog box. Okay? So it just gives you your text. You can label it as an equation or a table, or add a new label. You can position it, above or below your selected item, in this case the image. So you're going to do below. And click OK. So since your image is center aligned, your caption is automatically center aligned. So we're going to make our caption bigger, and you're going to name or caption your image, basically just a brief statement of what you did to it. So for this image, we resized it to 4x6. So we're going to say resized to 4 inches by 6 inches. And there you go. Okay. Now you're going to add more images or use the same image with different manipulations for this particular assignment. So you're going to go back to the Insert tab, find that same picture, and insert the original. Okay? Picture format already comes back up. So next we're going to be working with crop. Crop is the trim feature that trims the horizontal and vertical edges to remove an unwanted area of a picture. So basic crop. You have this crop feature. You can click the image right there and it gives you the black handles, or you can press the drop down and the crop right there as well. Okay? So for this particular image, I don't really want a lot of the grass area, so I can drag this black handle in as close as I can, and then the top as well, and the bottom looks good, so I'm going to leave the bottom. And to see your finished crop, you just unclick crop, and there you go. So we're going to go ahead and center align this image as well, and insert a caption. All of these remain the same, and then it centers it, make it bigger. So you're going to say cropped unwanted area, then I'm just going to put grass in parentheses because we cropped out the grass. Okay? So we're going to insert our original again to do another manipulation. So here's our original. We're going to go back to the crop feature, and this time we're going to be working with the crop to shape. So Microsoft Word has this amazing feature where you can crop an image into a certain shape, from circles to hearts to arrows to stars and banners. You can crop an image to any shape. So I love dogs and puppies, so I'm going to use the heart shape for this one. Okay? Now, depending on the size of your original image and the size of the crop shape, you may have to resize your entire image. So notice how it's stretched from left to right now. I can drag it down to make it a little bit bigger so it doesn't appear as stretched. You can also make it smaller. Yeah, we're going to resize it right there. And then center align and go back to picture format. So we're going to insert another caption, remains the same. And for this one, we're going to say shape, heart, crop. Okay? Whoops, sorry. We're not saving it yet. Okay. So next we're going to be working with the flip feature. So we're going to insert our original again. And you can flip your image vertically and horizontally. So under the arrange, you have rotate, flip vertical, flip horizontal. So it basically flips it over an imaginary line. So we're going to flip vertical. And it's as easy as that. So we're going to caption, remain the same, make it bigger, flip, that was vertical, center align. Okay? Go back, insert your original, and this time we are going to flip horizontally. Let's go back to arrange, rotate, flip horizontal. So the dog appears on the left side instead of the right side now. home, insert, remains the same, flip horizontally. Okay, so there's that. Next, we're going to rotate the image. So you go back to the original. Rotate is under arrange in this rotate drop box or drop down. So you have rotate right 90 degrees, rotate left 90 degrees, and more rotation options. And under more rotation options, you can set it to a certain degree angle. So if you don't want like a 90, a 180, 270, or a 360 degree photo, say you want 45. You can type in 45, click OK, and it rotates at 45 degrees. Okay, so you can insert a caption for that as well. Alright, next, going back to insert. Well, okay, so we're going to insert the original again. And you have this rotate handle as well where you can rotate it. So you can rotate to, let's do about 320. There you go. The last thing we're going to talk about for this lesson is scale. So scale is whenever you increase and decrease the original picture's height and weight, or height and width, by a percentage. So we're going to go back to our original. And scale is under the arrange, rotate, more rotation options. This dialog box has basically the advanced functions for basic formatting. So down here on scale, you can see we're right now it's at 81% height and 81% width. And notice that the select aspect ratio is checked again, so that means both will be the same. You're going to unlock it. And let's say we're going to make this 50 and make the width 60. Click OK. And it automatically adjusted. So you can insert the caption on this, keep it the same. Say you did a scale 50% height, 60% width. Center line, center line. So make sure you save it to your lesson 1. And this is a basic overview of what your assignment will be. The next video attached underneath this assignment, or attached underneath this video, sorry, is an overview of what you're supposed to do for your assignment, as well as an overview of the directions.